Hello everyone. First off, I want to thank everyone for popping in here on Christmas. If you're here on the 25th, I appreciate that. I'm sure everybody else in the Makers with Heart group does as well. But this is a mystery envelope video. We do these every month on the 25th. We all release them at the same time, so be sure and check out everybody else's videos as well. There'll be links to their channels right below in the description of my video. This month, our mystery envelope came from Dawn, and she's got a fun Christmas, excuse me, play in here. It says, Merry Christmas, Makers with Heart. This month's theme will be A Christmas Carol. We all know the story of Dickens, right? Our challenge for December's mystery envelope will be create a project using a product from Close to My Heart Christmas Past. It can be as old as last catalog or any product Close to My Heart has ever made. A product from Close to My Heart Christmas Present, current catalog, and name a product you would like Close to My Heart to carry in the future. You may use the supplies enclosed in the envelope, optional, or whatever you have on hand. Have fun and don't be a Scrooge. So thanks, Dawn, for this. Getting to use up a little bit of my scraps. So this is what she sent us. She sent us some paper from the Evergreen collection. This is Present. And then some die cut shapes. We have some bells. And then the thing that it sits on. And the bow. And then a little piece of a zip strip. So I'm actually going to use these. My Christmas Past, I'm using some paper out of Home for Christmas. This was just a catalog back. So I have some scraps in there. And then I don't know if the gold stickles are still in our product line or not, or if they're out of stock, but I'm going to be using those, and I will put links on where you can find everything that's still available in the description below. What else was I going to say? I don't know. Well, let's just get started. So of course I'm making a card. I always make cards. I used to be a very avid scrapbooker, never made cards, and in fact said I was never going to make cards. I was never going to stamp. And look how quickly that changed. I am probably 80% card maker now. And I think a lot of that has to do with that my kids are grown and I don't have a lot of stuff to scrapbook as much as I used to. But I do still scrapbook. But anyway, little backstory there. So let's get started with this. I'm going to take one of these Evergreen pages that Dawn provided, and I'm going to cut this down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 to fit on my card front. So 4 1/4. By 5 1/2. Oh, I'm also going to be using some pine shimmer trim. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm going to set this out of the way. So this is going to go on my card front. And then I'm going to take this piece from the Home for Christmas pack, and I'm going to cut this, well, 5 1/2. I know I want it to go down the front. I just need to now decide how wide I want it. About an inch. We're going to start with an inch. And I'm going to do the lighter wood part instead of the darker wood part because I want more of a texture on there. So let's go ahead and start assembling these. Then I'm going to grab my pine shimmer trim. And I would leave the tail on there. I cut it back as I use it, but it just makes it so much easier to get it started. Gonna run that on here. So I'm making this before Christmas, obviously. And I'm just kind of still thinking about all the things we have to get done. We're going to, our daughters and her boyfriend both have a cold. So hopefully that goes away. We were over there last night with them, and so we've already been exposed, but the rest of the family has not. Okay, let me put this in here. And I'm going to just try, I could fold this over, but just so it's not bulky, I'm going to just trim this off. So funny story, my husband is kind of a crafty guy too. Not with paper, he does more woodworking, manly kind of crafting stuff. And if you follow my Facebook page, you have seen this, but he made the comment the other day like, oh, I'm going to have to go and get your good tools. I'm like, no, stay out of my craft room. And I actually had to take my scissors back from him and my little pokey tool from my Cricut because he was using those. It's like, nope, don't touch, leave them be. So I'm going to use the piece here that Dawn sent. And she sent us 2 of the glitter bells. So I'm actually going to use both of them just to give it some thickness. And I know that, I think it's Jessica does this a lot. So it gives it a thicker chipboard feel, or maybe is it Julie? Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. I can't remember, but whoever does it, you know who you are, and it's a wonderful tip. So, okay, I am going to just put some glue on here because if you have used glitter, oh, do I need to clean my tip? Cardstock before, you know how hard it is to get adhesive, like a tape runner, to stick to that. So I am going to just use some liquid glue on here to get it to stick to each other. And a good thing about liquid glue is you can move it. You have some leeway in moving it and lining it up before it dries. And then this glue dries clear, so any of the over won't show. Okay, put this back here. Oh, and our request for close to my heart product for future, what I would love for them to use is the liquid glue. I love the liquid glass too. I use that, but I really, really, really love this liquid glue stuff that I have, and I wish that they would carry that more or bring it into their product line. So if you're watching Close to My Heart, we want liquid glue. And I don't care for the pin kind. I like these bottle kind. This is just my personal preference. And then I'm going to put the bow on top of this, and it's going to, because this is thick, it's going to be bent a little bit, but bows are bent a little bit. They're never perfectly crisp, at least mine aren't. And if you know how to make them perfectly crisp, please share that tip with me because I'm the worst with bows. And I did get a little bit of my adhesive that's showing, so I'm going to just kind of pluck that out so that you don't see it. I'm going to be putting this, I'm going to put this on here. On the card front, but I'm going to put this down first. I'm going to put this on here with the puffy foam tape. I had some sitting here. Just using some extras I had left over, like I always do. And here's a product tip for you guys. I see so many of you guys like just totally covering the whole back of something with foam tape. You don't have to. You're just going through your foam tape faster than you need to, and save you a little money there. You don't have to do that. You can just put a couple, and I just kind of put it on each individual little piece so that they each have support, but like there's none on the sprigs. Let me get this off of here. Okay. Now I'm going to grab the Snow Cute stamp and thin cut. And I'm actually going to put the sentiment on the inside of the card. I know I didn't tell you I was using this. Sorry. I'm going to use, I kind of like the May Your Season Sparkle, but I'm not putting sparkles on the inside. Well, I'm going to anyway. So, find a block. And I'm going to use Evergreen ink on this. I have it upside down. And I'm going to put it up top so that there's room to write. I always end up doing that. I put it in the middle and then I end up writing on the other side because there's no room to write. And then once that dries, I'm going to come and I'm going to hit it with my my clear, just got a brand new one. Let me open it. My clear shimmer brush. And if you're not really familiar with these, I've got some scratch paper over here. What you do is, let me get this out of the way. Just take the yellow piece out and then screw it down. And what that does is inside here, there's a little tip and it punctures this and opens it to start flowing. And so you just screw it down tight all the way down and then shake it up and then gently squeeze on the sides here and you'll see it start to prime. There it is. And then I just kind of flatten it around and make sure that my tip is good and wet. But I want to make sure that that's good and dry before I do this because I don't want to smear that ink. So on the front, I'm going to add some of these gold, well this is goldenrod, but it's gold stickles. Just blob some down the sides here. Just more sparkle onto the wood. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I do love glitter and sparkly things. Okay, so that's just some more little glitter on my card front. And, you know, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put some on these sprigs. Oh, I just stuck my finger in it. Don't do as I do. I'm just going to run some lines down the sprigs. And just add this glitter everywhere, because Christmas is all about shiny and pretty, and of course it's not, but you know what I mean. We all like the pretty decorations. Don't forget that starting January, we have a new maker with Heart with Us. Mel from Mel's Stamping Gallery is joining our Makers with Heart team. So be sure and follow her. There'll be a link to her. I stuck my finger in again. A link to her her YouTube channel in the descriptions of our videos. I got Christmas music playing in the background. You probably can't hear it because it's all the way out in my living room. Okay, so here's the front. I just love these little bells that she provided. Lost my shimmer brush. So now careful with my front. I don't want to mess up any of those. I'm going to just add some sparkle to the sentiment we stamped inside. Being careful not to smear the ink. And we do have colored shimmer brushes, but the reason I'm not using a green one is because my brush tip is probably wider than these letters, and I didn't want to have the make it over the width of my letter in color. So this is just a clear sparkle. Can you see the sparkles there? And let me look. Because I did use evergreen. That's clover, pine, evergreen. So where's my scratch paper? We do have an evergreen shimmer brush. To see what I mean? Like it would have gone over the letters of the stamp. And don't look at my writing, it's horrible. So I didn't want that. I wanted it just to show what was stamped. So there is my cute little Christmas card. Thank you, Dawn, for the ideas, because I never use my stickles. I'm starting to use them more. You've seen those more lately in my videos because I forget. They're not right here on my table. They're over there. I forget I have them. So this pushed me out of my normal zone to use a product that I forget that I have. So I hope you had a great Christmas. Thanks for watching. If you have not yet, click subscribe. Please do that. You'll get notified each time I post a new video. Plan on posting more in the new year than I have been. And click the other, subscribe to everybody's channels. There'll be links, like I said, to everyone's channels below and links to the products that I used to make this. So thanks for watching. Have a great Christmas, and I will see you in the new year.